3 million. I think I can do it. Let's get to it. Hi everyone, I'm Sandy and welcome back to my channel. Today I have a kind of a TBR video of sorts, but it is also just talking about one of my biggest goals that I have for myself in 2024. I am really excited about this. It has been something I've wanted to do for a while and haven't really come up with kind of like the idea behind it or the motivation really behind it. Yeah, so the 3 million, and it is related to books. So if you are a follower of mine through my bookish channels, definitely there's a big stack of books in front of me. You won't be disappointed. But the 3 million, what is it? It's not subscribers. I'm far away from 3 million subscribers. Views, no, more than likely not. Is it 3 million pages? No, I don't think I could ever read that many pages, definitely not in a given year. So what it really is 3 million steps. I want to increase the number of steps that I walk in a given year, and 3 million seem like a great number. So what I have are some books that I hope will encourage me along my way and see how far I can get on this very large movement goal. I don't want to set a weight loss goal. I don't want to set anything like that. I did a healthy books about health and body last year, and I did get a lot from that, but I wanted to flip it up a little bit and just really focus on one aspect, which for me will be movement. It should be great. On average, so how I came up with the 3 million number, if I were to walk 10,000 steps every day, it would be 3,650,000. I know there's days I won't be able to walk 10,000. I work an office job. I sit at my desk at home all day, every day, and sometimes it can be tough to even get a few thousand steps in. So I wanted to have a nice cushion of days where I didn't have to go out and try and walk this long distance. On average right now, if I look at all of December, I walked on average 7,200 steps per day, right around that. To get this goal of 3 million, I would have to walk around 8,200, 8,500. I don't have the math right in front of me, but it's one of those two numbers, which is, not that much more than what I'm already doing, but it does mean I have to be consistent. It means I have to actively work at it. I actively have to get up during the day. It doesn't mean that I have to go out. It doesn't mean that I have to do a race. It just means moving. It can be in my own home, going down more often to get water during my day, whatever it is. So that's my main movement goal. I do have a couple of other goals that I would like to kind of do for movement this year. And I think I might try and tie some of them to the books that I have in front of me. So I'm going to do a book per month as far as books that might inspire me to move more. And for me, inspiration largely comes from reading books that are about people doing extraordinary things, extraordinary adventures. It often is inspiring because they are going through something traumatic, something very big. A couple of my favorite books from a couple of years ago were The Ledge by Jim Davidson. Very, very good outdoor adventure book. And I also read Grandma Gatewood's Walk on the Appalachian Trail, which I loved. I also have read Walk in the Woods by Bill Bryson. Oh, that's right here actually, which I also really, really enjoyed. So those kinds of books motivate me to get out. Yeah, that's what I have. So the 12 books that I have in front of me, the first one is more related, I think, to kind of winter. The first two are more wintry. The first one is Endurance, Shackleton's Incredible Voyage by Alfred Lansing. This is, from what I understand, the story of this ship getting stuck and they had to survive for a very long amount of time out there, if I remember correctly. Don't know a huge amount about this. It has been on my shelves for a little while. So this is another great one for Read What You Own challenge. I really want to get my numbers down on that. So that is one. And this isn't the order that I'll be reading them in, but they're kind of grouped together by season almost, or activity actually. So the second one is The Climb by Anatoly Bukharev. I'm not sure if that's how you say the last name. So I have read Into Thin Air by Jon Krakauer. This is an alternate version of that, or an alternate nonfiction book about that same disastrous event in 1996 on Mount Everest, where a large number of people died climbing this incredibly big mountain. I am not motivated to climb this big of a mountain. It's not something that I would ever do, but I definitely would be motivated to get outside in the snow a little bit, which is why I'm including this one. I really, this isn't going to necessarily inspire me to go trekking in the Himalayas, but it is I would love to read this other perspective, because I've heard it's quite different than John Krakauer. So that's my second one. My third one switches to water. If you watch me on my channel at all, you may know I love the water. I am an active kayaker and paddler. Paddleboarder. I love to be out in the summertime and be on the water. So the next few books are water related. The first one is Hell or High Water by Peter Heller. I believe my friend Deb Johnson actually recommended this book. We had read a different book by Peter Heller. I believe that one was fiction. I believe this one is nonfiction. About this particular person. The back of this one says, it is the Everest of rivers, a maelstrom of water and rocks, gradient and flow. It is the world's last great adventure prize, remote, forbidding, and hidden from Western eyes. Long considered untamable, the Stangpo River has drawn extreme kayakers since the sport was born. It's killed them too. Ooh. So yeah, definitely kayaker, though. I don't think I'm going to do whitewater kayaking. One of my friends, when we went whitewater rafting in Southern Oregon, tried to kayak out in that, and it wasn't big water, and he was in the water within 2 seconds. It's just terrifying to me. I don't know that I have that much of adrenaline need. But that one is my third book. My fourth book is Riverman by Ben McGrath, An American Odyssey. And so this one, it says in here, let me open it. The riveting story of Dick Conant, an American folk hero who over the course of more than 20 years canoed solo thousands of miles of American rivers, and then in 2014 disappeared near the Outer Banks of North Carolina. Ooh, okay. So like I said, I am a big kayaker. I do love being out on the water. This particular one, the movement goal, what I would love to set as a movement goal in regards to water this year is to be able to kayak a lake that we have in the area that I live in. It is quite the long lake. One of my girlfriends and I tried it one year and didn't quite make it. We got very, very close. So if we could paddle on our Lake Sammamish, that would be incredible. If we could go from one end to the other, that would be an amazing another movement goal. So, but that is that one. And then the next one is more of a kind of a disaster story, but again, people surviving, which I don't know why, like equating the steps that I have to take is equaling surviving for me, but that's okay. It is Adrift, 67 Days at Sea. Days Lost at Sea by Stephen Callahan. I think I've seen actually an adaptation of this particular event. The back of this one says, on the night of January 29th, 1982, Stephen Callahan set sail in his small sloop from the Canary Islands bound for the Caribbean. 6 days out, the sloop sank and Callahan found himself adrift in the Atlantic in a 5.5-foot inflatable raft with only 3 pounds of food and 8 pints of water. No, it wasn't the same. But the adaptation I saw, definitely not the same. But again, a survival story. It gives me a little bit of like Unbroken. If you've read that particular book, there's a part of that where they are stuck in a life raft and it's just devastating. So, but that is another one. And I am at, I don't know how many I'm at now. I'm halfway. Almost halfway. This will make halfway. So the next ones are kind of one of my favorite activities is hiking. I am someone who wants to be out in the mountains. I would love to go hiking way more than I get to go hiking. The movement goal related to hiking this year would be to get out on at least 6 different hikes. I think that would be reasonable. I live in the Seattle area and the weather doesn't always cooperate in the winter months. So if I could get out 6 times hiking, that would be an amazing goal, amazing achievement. And it would help my steps as well. But the books that I have are The Last Season by Eric Blem. Randy Morgenson was legendary for finding people missing in the High Sierra. Then one day he went missing himself. So I don't know why a lot of these are disaster outdoor books, but that's one. The second one is Deep Survival by Lawrence Gonzalez. Who Lives, Who Dies, and Why. Another one. Ooh, okay. The next one that I have actually be a library book, and it is Trail of the Lost. You can't really see it very well. Trail of the Lost by Andrea Langford. The relentless search to bring home the missing hikers of the Pacific Crest Trail. I live very close to the Pacific Crest Trail, and so she also wrote another book that I have, which is Ranger Confidential, and this one is Living, Working, and Dying in the National Parks. So yeah, again, getting out, hiking, being outdoors. I really am very curious about this one in particular. I think Trail of the Lost is going to be a great one for me to read as well. Hopefully they do inspire me to get out. So kind of the next one is for more backpacking, which I have done one trip. It is Braving It by James Campbell. A father, a daughter, and an unforgettable journey into the Alaskan wild. This is one that I picked up because I'm so interested in this pair. I think this will be great and hopefully motivate me to get out and walk. The last two are travel writing. The first one is Blue Highways by William Least Heat Moon. This was on a top list of travel writing, outdoor writing, and so it has been on my list for quite a while, but I don't know a ton about it. And the last one is Between Two Kingdoms by Sulika Jaoud. And this one, it is a memoir of a life interrupted. And so it started with an itch up and down her legs like 1,000 invisible mosquito bites. Then a few weeks shy of her 23rd birthday, Sulika was given a diagnosis, leukemia, with a 35% chance of survival. So inspiring, hopefully. I'm hopeful that that's what this is. And I can't wait to pick up this particular one. But these are the books that I'm hoping will help me get to 3 million, 3 million steps. I hope to do some shorts, some check-ins. What I will do at the end of every month is a review of the book that I selected for that particular month, along with the update on where I'm at with all of my movement goals. So my step goal, my kayaking goal, or my biking goal. I would like to bike. My husband and I just went on a bike ride today. We would like to get out more this year. I don't know how much of a goal to set for that particular one so far, but I'm toying with a mileage goal. I don't know. We'll see. We biked 13 miles today and we haven't biked for a while. So that would be grand as well. I'll try and solidify that before I do my first review of one of these books. But so if you want to see all of them together, let's see. We have Ranger Confidential. We have Deep Survival. We have, The Last Season, Between Two Kingdoms, Blue Highways, Adrift, Riverman, Hell and High Water, The Climb. Oh, these are in the wrong spot. Endurance, Braving It, and then the last one that I had as an ebook, The Trail of the Lost. So that is the bulk of the stack. What do you think of these? I'm really excited. I've wanted to read these for so long. I bought these to do kind of like a top reads for outdoor books. And so I'm thrilled if I can get through all of these, plus meet my goals this year for movement. I would be a happy camper. So please wish me luck. I hope you enjoy and subscribe and stay along with me for my journey. You know me, I like a big project. This number is quite a bit bigger than the 1,001 number that I have, but hopefully you consider giving me a subscribe and sticking around and seeing how I do. But as always, like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, everyone, thanks. Bye.